Aaron, if you can pull it together.
Aaron,
what is our third main topic today?
This comes to us from Jake Starr with 2 R's. Hey, John and crew. I was reading an article yesterday of an interview with the director of Captain America New World Order, and he confirmed that the genre of Cap 4 will be a paranoid thriller, similar to what Winter Soldier was classified as. Does this give you any hope that this movie will live up to what Winter Soldier gave us with a similar tone and style, or do you think it will be completely different? Thanks, and as always, bring on the filthy.
Thanks
we're bringing it, especially today.
Listen, I still remember. Sorry, I still got cheese balls.
Yeah.
John has cheesy balls.
Should probably use the toner then.
Cheesy balls. I need that toner, man. See, where are you at? So I still remember the first time I walked out of the very first press screening of Captain America: Winter Soldier. And they had talked a big talk going into say this is like a 70s political thriller. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. It's going to be a comic book movie. And I remember walking out, and I think I was with Roth Cornett. I think me and Roth came out, and we were just like this, kind of like the way when Weird Al said he knew who I was. I'm like, and we were all just stunned. Like everybody, all these people coming out of the theater, we were like, what did we just see? Like it was an angle and an approach to a comic book movie that we had not really seen done that way. I mean, it's not that it was dark and heavier, Dark Knight had done that, but like that true 70s political thriller feel, like they said it and they actually followed through on it. The idea of trying to go back to that with the next Captain America, which of course we have someone new wearing the title of it. Of course, now we've got Sam in there as Cap, but to go back to that notion, to that approach, is actually kind of interesting. This comes to us from Julius Ona, who's going to be the director of Captain America 4. And he said this: it's going to be a really, really incredible ride. It's a paranoid thriller with Sam Wilson at the center of it. And he is now in this position where he's a leader. And he has to deal with that challenge of what it means to lead a group of people that he really cares about. For Sam, beforehand, he was part of a team, but now to be at the head of a team is a new set of challenges. So his journey in this film is really about that. There's a lot we're going to bring to the table. Again, this is a new set of challenges and a new set of adversaries. So I love classic paranoid thrillers, and that's part of the big inspiration for this film. We want to find action that is grounded and tactile and give him new things that you haven't seen in those other films. I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say that we are planning on some really, really exciting things. And that, of course, comes to us from Julia Ona, who's going to be the director of Captain America 4. Now, hold the presses. Director says his movie's going to be great. Okay. Yeah, we get that. It's like, wow, no kidding, really? But still, to me, it is encouraging to hear that they're going to kind of go back to that one thing because it worked. And we got to remember that this version of Captain America, this new iteration of Captain America, who's not Steve Rogers, he has no superpowers. He does not have Steve's strength and speed and healing and agility. He is a man with some great technology, but he is just a man. And so going back to those roots of that thriller, of that paranoid thriller, by the way, is I want to know what he means by that. I think is a great approach because it worked for the last Cap, and especially understanding Sam's power sets or lack thereof. I think an approach and a theme like this will allow his character to really come forward more than his powers, which of course he doesn't have any. So I think this could be a really interesting approach. I got to tell you what, just hearing that made me actually more interested in this next movie than I was before I heard it. Anyway, Aaron, you heard about this. What do you think about this approach and what the director's saying?
Ooh, paranoid thriller. That's all you had to say. I am in. I love a psychological thriller. I love paranoia. I love people trying to figure something out. It reminds me of movies like Pi, Bug, which if you haven't seen it on stage, you have to, and then go watch Ashley Judd and the wonderful Tracy Letts Play Bug, Manchurian Candidate, All the President's Men, which I talked about earlier. These types of films where you actually get inside the mind of the protagonist and you're feeling the breath on their neck that they are potentially imagining. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. And especially with him stepping into such big shoes, I feel like the paranoia, and also like it's it's inescapable that he's not only stepping into such big shoes, but he's stepping into those shoes as a Black man. And I don't think that that's something that can be glossed over or ignored. And it's going to be really interesting to see how that also, colors, puts a different shade on this story of like how he is interacting with the world in this role. I'm really excited about how the director is going to take that, what we're going to feel as an audience when we are like experiencing those emotions of, like I said, that breath on his neck, and how he is going to be able to rise above it and show himself to be the true leader that we all know, or that I personally believe that Sam is. I'm a big fan of him in this role, and I want to see more.
You know, it's interesting you use the filling shoes, because in this scenario, it's not just Sam trying to step into the shoes of Steve Rogers. It's Ona as a director. He's stepping into the Russo brothers' shoes, who did Winter Soldier and Civil War, and then, of course, the 2 Avengers movies. So there's a lot of filling in shoes in this one. Anyway, Chris, you hear about this. What stands out to you?
I love the term paranoid thriller, because it's not paranoia if they're out to get you. All right? So I'm interested to see how that's all going to pan out, because bouncing off what Aaron was saying here, too, I enjoyed Falcon and Winter Soldier a bit more than you. And I thought that was a really, really great character study of the struggle of not only of an Avenger, not being able to get bank loans, not being able to get, that kind of accreditation, but also just the lens that he was looked at with, because he is not the blonde-haired, blue-eyed captain that is so Americana that everyone literally had trading cards of, right? It's a very, very different kind of role, and it's big shoes to fill, especially when people have their own preconceived notions, prejudices, all that stuff. So I'm really excited for us to go back to that Winter Soldier formula, because I do love boots on the ground, everyone's out to get you, paranoid kind of stuff. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about the director's comments? I think it makes it pretty exciting. How do you feel about it? Whatever those thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there.
Hey guys, we want to thank one of the sponsors of today's video, HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep and completely ready to prepare. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. And guys, I know we are always looking for ways to save some money. In fact, HelloFresh is 25% less expensive than takeout, and it's even more cheaper than going to the grocery store too. And HelloFresh isn't just for dinners. Shop HelloFresh Market for quick breakfasts, wholesome snacks, and even desserts. You'll find everything you need to satisfy your cravings without stepping a foot in the grocery store or mini-mart. Listen, you know, I've told you guys before, Ann and I are both working professionals, so finding time to eat healthy and eat together is often challenging. But I'm telling you, these HelloFresh meal kits have made it easy to eat a lot healthier, it's less expensive for us, and we have a blast. And there's nothing like feeling like a chef when you put the final product on the plate. So right now, go to HelloFresh.com/Campea16 and use the promo code Campea16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/Campea16 and use the promo code Campea16.